Today I thought it would be interesting to go through some itch.io games and just give them a little bit of a review. I don't want to spend a lot of time on caveats. I have no authority to give advice or anything, but I'm just sharing my opinion. So, we're gonna. Also, the opinion's going to be fairly negative, just because I want to give some genuine feedback from the perspective of a player who's a little bit impatient and will cycle through games quickly if they're free or if I'm just not sure if they're going to be good. So. The first game looks really well crafted visually, so let's check it out. Excuse the large cursor here, that's me, that's not the game developer. Let's have a look. So already there are a few things that I think are really positive about the game. Obviously, the artwork is very beautiful, the parallax of the background, there are a lot of different layers to it, which makes it really interesting. For a cozy game, which I'm not typically a fan of, I think this looks really lovely. And one thing I really like, I think game developers have to be really efficient with dialogue, especially if it's text. I've seen some pretty good games turn into awful headaches because they just spend forever going on and on about nonsense. I like how this is still conversational, but it's very short. It doesn't feel annoying. You have some sound effects there. I really like this. But to be honest, I'm not gonna read too much of it. I'm not that interested. But that was a really nice amount of text. It didn't overstay its welcome. It's a nice clicking sound effects or visual effect. Okay, we can feed the cow. Pick a food item. Give you some hay. Okay. Add more. Very transactional. You feed the cow, she gives you some milk. I'm Yo-Yo. I own a repair shop nearby. Guess who fixed up the barn before you arrived? It's your girl. I also set up a room upstairs so you've got a cozy place to sleep. When you're settled, come and say hi. You can find me at my workshop east of here. Yo-Yo. I'd say actually the writing is quite good. It's basic, but it's very difficult not to have bad writing in the game, so this is commendable already. Okay, so I can go in here. This is where I sleep. It's too early to go to bed. I'll come back later. I should get back before midnight, though. Okay, I can travel to a new destination. Let's go. Yeah, a lot of attention has been put into the visuals here, and there's some really nice sound effects too. Oh, you can click on the bird. Now, the one thing I want to say about this game that's going to be critical, and you can take this or leave it. Again, I'm not much of a cozy game fan, but I think it's really important in a game to strip away the visuals and to see what you have in terms of gameplay. This is, so far in this beginning stage, it's been a lot of clicking through so you have tutorials for what you're going to do in the game, but it's very front loaded, so the developer is kind of opening up a world of what's going to be possible. I don't really think that's personally, I don't think that's the correct move, because instead of giving me a promissory note for, 50 things I'm gonna do in the game, how about something interesting I can do right now? And yeah, we had feeding the cow, and if that's your cup of tea, that's fine. But to me, just pointing and clicking, I don't think it's a strong foundation for a game. I know a lot of cozy games rely on this, so you can 100% feel free to disagree with me, but I don't really want to see how many features you have at the beginning of the game. I want to see that one thing I do right away is fun, and then once it starts to get a little bit old, you can open the door up to something new. What this kind of conveys to me personally is that there isn't really a fun gameplay loop, so the developer is going to show me a big variety of things I can do instead. So that's what I have to say about this. Let's check out the next game. Well done though. I think it's really beautiful, and it's definitely got a really nice feel to it in terms of the visuals and the sound effects and everything. Gameplay, not really that interesting, and also not really my cup of tea. Okay, our next game is called Super Coupon Club. I didn't really show the art capsule or whatever you call it, but obviously the art style is really, it's cool, it's very stylish. A lot of people have talked about games as something that can fulfill some kind of fantasy. I think the idea that you're optimizing coupon collection is pretty fun. Supermart. Word on the street is that Pompous City Slicker Cooper is opening a supermart here in our town. To be honest, I'm just not really interested in the dialogue. I want to see what the gameplay is like. And the reason I'm not really that interested in the dialogue is because I kind of get what the game is about right away, and I don't know. To me, story is something you could layer in a little bit later as you add more gameplay elements, but I don't think it needs to be heavily front-loaded. But that's just me. The animation is funny though. Yeah, this is super cool. So we've got to make sure that these fit well here. $5 off all dairy, over $0. So we're trying to save some money. And we have a limited amount of space we can use for it. Random, I don't really like that. Give me a lot of vertical coupons here. Well, let's just try with this.
Let's get it, ladies.
Okay, so we have produce, meat, dry goods, and dairy. So I guess we can bring these up to get... Okay, this one gets $5 off of dairy, and it costs $6. 25% off of produce. Okay. plus 1 coup. Is this useful if I'm taking up a slot and losing a slot here? Because I only have 5 slots. I don't know how useful that is. Produce is only $3 anyway. We don't need 2. So okay. Yeah, this is pretty fun. Okay, we get to do it again. Why? Okay, 20. Oh, let's do $5 off produce. Merge all produce totals into dry goods and dairy into meat. Okay, this is the one issue I have with this game. So here, so far, I think it's really cool. A great time waster. A lot of attention put to the little animated details. One thing that I don't super like is that there isn't an order of operations. So this one, okay, so this converts dairy into meat, and I have $5 off dairy as a coupon. So am I going to get the $5 off of dairy and then convert the remaining dairy into meat? Or am I going to convert dairy into meat and then have a useless coupon? Also, when we apply the coupons, the price goes down. If I have no dairy and I use this coupon, will I get, presumably I wouldn't get $5, but what if my total goes below 0? If I have like $3 of dairy and I use this, is it used up? I know that seems like a silly question, but I was playing this game earlier and I know you can use coupons, I think, beyond the limit of your budget so that you actually make some money from a transaction. So the order of operations and also how these coupons work once you see, it says $5 off all dairy over $0. So if dairy is $1, do I get $4 back? Things like this aren't super clear. And it would be good to have just a very short tutorial section that clarified this information so I can better understand the puzzle I'm dealing with. Overall though, really cool artwork, very fun, not incredibly deep gameplay, but still a very fun time waster. Well done. Okay, let's try the next game. Death Spiral. I kind of hope it's not a horror game, since I don't like horror games. We'll see. Okay. Oh, it's like a rhythm game, I guess? Very cool music. I like the music. Artwork's pretty cool too. I don't like this text of different widths. It makes it difficult to read in a way. Look, I feel like reading is not really a fun part of the gameplay. Your next attack deals double damage. Oh, that sounds good. not great at this game, and it's not even that difficult. Oops. Ooh, nice. Okay, the one thing I want to say about this game, obviously, it's a cool little game. It's not incredibly deep. I'm going to talk about the genre of one-click games. I know maybe it's like a sort of sin in game commentary to criticize a whole genre, but I think that there's it's not a terrific idea to make one click games. I mean, they're great for learning experiences and they're fun to play for a minute, but the problem with them is that one click games are tests of reflexes. And most, pretty much any game of any depth and any depth when it comes to long term fun is going to have some responsive decisions. So it shouldn't just be that you have a narrow window to do what you're supposed to do. There should be some varying options to do things in, well, if you have time sensitive decisions, that then you should be able to make the wrong decisions or make decisions with different outcomes rather than just, not hitting the exact timing. And, a lot of people are going to not agree with me for that because there are successful games. uh, I don't know the names of them, but I know there are some very successful rhythm games that people like. So again, these are just my 2 cents, and it may be useful to think about the fact that you are not really making decisions when it comes to, well, when it comes to one click games or rhythm games. Rhythm games can go well with a beat, but maybe it's just that I don't really like those games that much. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Sorry I didn't full screen the games, but hope you appreciated them anyway. See you later.